Welcome back to the Even If podcast. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Kenzie. And today we have dating coach, wedding planner, and one of our very best friends, Jayme Vainer. Jayme, I love you so much.
I'm so happy to be here. It's not even funny.
No, we're so honored
Do
to
you know
have
what's so crazy? The first
Mm.
time I met you, I asked you if you wanted to be on my podcast. Do you remember that?
I sure
Did you
do.
really? I just forgot about that.
Hilarious. Look at
I
where we are
didn't.
now.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm
She's
just
like, no, I
kidding.
knew this was going to happen. No, the first time we met,
Yeah.
I was at Urban Market,
Mhm.
and you were too. Or maybe you tell the story.
Okay, this is so fun. So we have a mutual friend, right? I had just ran into him. He's a therapist. Shout out to Blake. He's amazing. And, I was telling him a little bit more what I do. And I was like, I'm a dating coach. I love coaching, telling him about my passions. And he's like, well, you know who you should be friends with? That girl in the red. I'm like, are you just picking out random people to be friends with? So I turned around. He's like, no, I'm actually friends with her. And he introduced us. And typically when this happens, nothing actually happens.
Right.
But Sarah, what did you do?
I was like, yes. Okay, I want to get to know you. I'm like, she's a dating coach. I'm like, can I be a client or can I be a friend? Like, I'm trying
Both.
I was like, let me get in. And then
Hilarious.
I remember talking to you and being like, no, I think I want you on my podcast. Like my friend and I have a podcast and I feel like we should interview. You're like, okay. We're like, did we just go there? We just
did.
went there.
6 months later.
6 months later. And
That's
I know,
wild.
which
Yeah.
is crazy because I feel like it's been longer than that. And then
too.
all this to say, Jayme and I hung out. And then we knew you had a friend, Madison, who I knew a little bit. You knew
Yes.
Kenzie.
Yeah.
And you knew Kenzie through Full
I
Ride.
did.
And we all just connected. And now here we are. And what's crazy is, you guys, we are at the nicest studio.
Literally.
Y'all.
Yeah, we
It's
are.
a dream.
Shout out to the podcast house, y'all.
Yes.
If you don't know, look up the podcast house. It's
Yes.
insane, you guys.
Yeah.
Kenzie and I are like
Mm.
way out of our league here, but we're
Way
trying.
out of
Our
league.
goal
But
is
we're trying to
be
act
here.
like it. You were like, okay, can we get on? We need to get on retainer in some capacity. We're like, please, Zach, help us out.
Yes,
We love it.
Soon.
We're
soon,
so grateful.
soon. Shout out
Soon.
podcast house.
Soon. Okay, really quickly, I just had a random thought and
Yeah.
question.
Let's hear it.
What can you explain to our listeners what a dating coach is?
I actually get this question a lot. Okay. So,
Okay.
what is a dating coach? A dating coach is someone who teaches you how to date healthy because we live in a crazy world of dating.
Yeah.
Did you guys know that?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, no
I had
kidding.
no idea.
Do we?
is it crazy out there?
Yeah, no, I've
Yeah.
heard.
Yeah, we've heard.
I've experienced.
Currently experiencing.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I'm there to help,
Mhm.
encourage, challenge, push you, give you a break. I get to know your story. And then I curate a custom dating plan for you that works. That is
Mm.
not overwhelming, but that's actually exciting.
That's amazing.
I feel like everybody that's listening is going to be like, "Can I sign up? What do I do?
Literally.
How do I get
Yes.
there?"
Yes, yes. So you can just go to my Instagram. I'm a dating coach for Heart of Dating. So you can go to their Instagram. They will guide you and you can book a link. You can do a half hour. You can do an hour. You can do once a week, once every other week, once a month, whenever you need it.
It's so fun to hear you talk about it, like in how it works as a business in your professional way, because as a friend, you have given such good dating advice. And I have just been so honored to be a friend and to get your wisdom in that way of me sharing about, hey, this is what's going on. I'm just not sure about this guy. And you've given me so many tools. Even in our friendship, there was one time she was like, okay, well, you just need to start praying that God would illuminate him or eliminate him. And I was like,
so good.
wow,
Yeah.
that's huge. What a bold,
Yeah.
beautiful prayer. Like, illuminate him. Let me see his good. Let me see that he's my guy, or eliminate him, take him away. And what did the Lord do? He eliminated.
Yeah.
But it was so good. It was clear.
I have to tell you, it's such a beautiful story how I got that. So I started a dating challenge about 3 years ago, which is a wild story, by the way. But I was starting to get overwhelmed by choices, which I had never been overwhelmed by choices, okay, in my life. And,
I don't believe that.
Yeah, I don't either. I'm like, yeah, okay,
Pause.
whatever. Whatever. Keep
Pause.
carrying on.
Okay.
Yeah, like,
And I was
okay.
like, how am I going to pick what guy? And I was, shout out to Priscilla Shire. You guys,
Love
if
her.
you have not, if you've not done any of women, if you've not done any of her workbooks, any of her book studies, she's amazing. And I was studying the Armor of God for like the 4th time. And as I was going through it, I was like, God, I'm just struggling. How do I do this? And she literally like spoke to me through the word eliminate or illuminate. And then I was like, okay, I feel like there's something here. I feel like there's something here. And I shared with my girls. We ended up doing another study called Elijah by Priscilla. And then through that study, I got the word eliminate. So I combined the studies and I was like, oh my gosh. And then you guys, when I started to pray this, they started dropping like flies. It was so cool.
way.
I would just, and the thing is, it was God would eliminate, but he would show me why. Right. And it was such a beautiful thing. And then he would also illuminate the right person. It was so cool. It is so cool.
Okay, can we go there? Can we talk
Yes.
about your challenge? Because that was one of the first things you told me
Yeah.
on our first coffee date.
Yeah.
And I remember being blown away
Yeah.
at how it all went down.
Yes. Okay.
Have you heard the story, Kenzie?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
you
good.
have.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have. So when I was in my early 20s, I read the book How to Get a Date Worth Keeping by Dr. Henry Cloud. And he talks about this challenge that I'm about to tell you about. But I read it and I said, Dr. Henry Cloud, I love you, but no, I'm not doing this. What I want to do is I want to go to Whole Foods and I want to go to aisle 7 and I want to grab the same pasta box as my future husband.
There he
And I don't even want to date. I just want to get married.
Yeah.
I get that.
Thank you.
Yes.
We're not doing this. Fast forward, I had the honor and privilege of planning the couple that runs Heart of Dating, Kate and JJ's wedding. And through that planning process, they launched School of Dating. And I knew that like Kate and Henry were like BFF. So I was like, she's going to make me do all these things that Henry was going to make me do. And what is that?
So cool.
That is date multiple people. I know it sounds a little crazy, right?
My heart rate just goes up. I'm like,
Yes, I know. Especially as a Christian, it's like, oh, how do you do that? Well, you can do it well. You can do it kindly.
Yeah.
You can do it honestly. You can do it clearly. And, so I took the class and I was like, I still said no.
Wait, the Heart of Dating class?
Mhm.
Okay.
I did. I still said I'm not dating multiple people. I refuse. I refuse. But I'm a bit of an anxious attacher. If you guys know
Feel
anything about
that? Yeah.
attachment styles, a little bit hyper attacher. And I knew post School of Dating, after I took this mentorship class, I was going to do what I wanted to do, but I knew in my soul that I needed to take this challenge. So I got into some more pain. Shocker. And then and the pain led me to surrender. And I said, okay, God, I'll do whatever you want me to do. And so for me, what God told me was, baby girl, it's time. You've been pushing this off for so many years. As a hyper attacher, it's time. So what I did is I said, okay, God, I will devote myself to meeting a man in any way possible. I surrender to the process. And I will date multiple people. And for me, what that looks like is dating 60 to 90 days, no committing, no kissing for that amount of time. And what that is it's really getting to know someone before you make a commitment. Right. And then always
someone or people? Multiple guys.
Multiple.
Is every guy on
And do
their
you
own
tell them?
timeline?
Do they
We have so many
know?
questions. I forget
Tell
how
us
this
your
works.
Do you guys have
We
questions?
need to know. Like,
Are you
we about
wondering?
to do a 60 to 90 day?
Do you also inform them that there are other guys that you're
Absolutely.
going on dates with?
Okay, but not on the first date. Like,
Yeah, you don't want to
sure,
like let them know. Yeah,
Mhm.
you know,
that
make
makes
sure,
That makes sense.
they're not a serial killer.
Yep, good.
Go on a first date. And ladies, if he asks you out on another date and you want to go on another date, then before you go on that second date, you would just say something like, hey, I feel so excited to go on a second date with you. My answer is absolutely yes. However, before we go on that date, I just want to give you an idea and a picture of what it looks like to date me right now. And I am on this journey where I am dating non-exclusively for 2 to 3 months. So no committing, no kissing, but I am dating intentionally. So I'm here, I'm in it. What do you think about that?
Wow. Okay, so every guy's not on his own timeline. It's not like you meet a guy and then his 60 day.
Every guy's
Every guy gets a fresh timeline.
Did you guys ever watch Bachelor in Paradise?
Yes.
It's basically Christian Bachelorette in Paradise.
Wild.
Right? Because one person starts and then usually that connection's pretty strong.
How do you keep track
And then
of
new people.
conversation? Like, do you ever feel
I have
like
a
you're
whiteboard.
like, okay.
Had.
No, you
had.
didn't.
I
Oh my
had.
gosh,
Had.
yours was like a
Had.
movie.
I'm in a
Aren't you
committed
currently-
relationship now.
Yeah,
relationship.
she's taken. She's off the market, but you had a whiteboard.
I had a
Because
whiteboard.
I feel like you would lose track of information about
I
guys.
had
You'd
a
be like, I think
whiteboard.
I had this conversation with
Yeah.
someone else.
Well, kind of like the Bachelorette, I actually would print out their pictures and write their names.
She's
came up
like,
with fun
don't
names,
forget
too."
3 siblings.
You guys,
from Virginia.
dating needs to be fun. Let's make it fun. Let's not make
Yes.
it so serious.
I know
Oh
that
my
is
gosh,
true.
treat.
That
Yeah.
is true.
Love.
Okay, but then how? Okay, so I know you're probably gonna still tell the story, but tell us also too, like, how did you meet? Because I know a lot of girls are like, they're struggling, they're frustrated, they can't even get asked out or get on a date. So how are you meeting how were you meeting these guys?
Yeah. So for a few years, I believe the lie that there's no good guys out there. I believe there's 7 girls to 1 guy, and I'm going to church and all the guys are going for the young girl, and no one ever wants to commit. And then, you know, I just believed, and I felt every day I'd ever go on. So someone would set me up and it would just be awful. And it's like, see, every date I'd go on is awful. So I had this, it's not that my experience wasn't true, but I wasn't seeing what God was doing. I wasn't believing the verse of the impossible. I wasn't believing the abundance. What I was believing was the enemy. I was believing scarcity, right? Yeah. So School of Dating, it challenged me to change my mind. So what I did is when I surrendered October 1st of 2022, I said, okay, God, I'll do whatever you want. And I'm going to believe. And I'm going to believe that the catch you have for me is way bigger than anything I could ever even imagine in my life. Wow. So I'm going to partner with you. And you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to every event I possibly can go to. I'm an extrovert, so that kind of worked out for me.
You're like, you are very introverted.
I joined 2 dating apps.
Okay.
You know what? And I made it so clear that I love Jesus. Not that I'm just a Christian, that I love Jesus. So one of my like prompts is like, what do you do on a Sunday? I didn't say church and brunch. I said, I'm on my knees. My hands are up. I'm praising God. Want to join?
Yeah.
Right?
So
right.
Yeah. That's good.
So event, and then church. I started going to church early, staying late. And my favorite part is you can do this next piece wherever you go. I made eye contact. I was in my feminine, right? I had a good body contact. And what I would do is it didn't matter if they're old, if they were young. I even did this with women where I just complimented people. And what I said was true, right? I encouraged, I used my gifts, and I met people everywhere. And it was just wild. I also asked for setups. And once people saw me dating, they're like, oh, wait, I have someone for you.
Nice. Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So I went from no dates for 2 to 3 years, maybe like 1 or 2 dates, very little for 2 to 3 years. And then in 1 month, I was dating 15 men. I needed that whiteboard.
You needed the whiteboard.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, and it sounds crazy.
15 men in a month.
Yeah. Yeah.
Crazy.
I know this is not going to shock you. Have you guys ever been ghosted before?
Have I told you about my ex?
We should get into that.
No, we shouldn't. Go ahead. Well, this is about Jayme.
A lot of people are like, how could you date that many people? I'm like, it's not that hard when you don't go on a second date.
True.
You know? Yeah.
True.
Yeah. And that's when that prayer came to fruition. Illuminate, eliminate. Right?
Yeah.
And it was beautiful. I mean, it was beautiful to see God as our protector. And Sarah, I had a word for you on our walk with Madison. And I think that this is exactly what the Lord did for me is he was my bodyguard. You know, he protected me.
Yeah.
You know, when you're partnering, there's power in that partnership. Right.
Yeah,
and when I would go into every date, you guys, I wouldn't just get dressed physically, but I'd get my best first day outfit on. Okay.
Yeah, you did.
Right. And what I would do is I would review over and over, what are the qualities that God made in me? Right. So I want to know who I am going into this date so I can divorce myself from any outcome.
That's so good.
Right.
Yeah.
And then my favorite, I would have a fire quiet time, shut off my phone, just me and God, because then I could feel his presence with me into this date. So if it didn't go to a second, sucks to be them because I'm pretty fun.
Yeah, you are.
Before, rejection paralyzed me.
Okay.
You guys, I didn't want to date multiple people. Ask me why.
Why is that?
I don't know why I just said that.
We're like, okay, why, Jayme? Why?
Tell us why.
Tell us why.
I'm like so locked in.
Because my core wound's rejection.
Yeah.
I don't want to be rejected. But furthermore, I'm a people-pleasing butt kisser and I didn't want to reject anyone.
Sure.
I didn't want to hurt anyone.
Yeah.
But I did have to reject in love and I got rejected. But you know what? It made me stronger. And it also made me more faithful, right? And more trusting of the Lord and his plan. I know you guys have heard me say this, like dating isn't about us.
No,
It's about the kingdom.
Yeah.
What do you feel like was your biggest lesson out of that month of dating 15 guys? Because you didn't end up with any of them, right? Like none of them carried over, or did they?
They certainly did not.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I felt extremely defeated. So we're talking about Priscilla. I heard her do a sermon about the story when, it makes me cry, you guys. I didn't wear my waterproof vest.
Cry, baby. It's okay.
Yeah, when the guys, they're all fishing. There's nothing. Well, I just went fishing with 15 men and there's nothing. We're fishing and I did it. I did everything. I did everything and I did it faithfully. And I still 3 months later, you guys, New Year's Eve broke my heart. It broke my heart because it was my 90 days. It was my 90 days. Right. And I mean, I saw miracle after miracle. I got set up in the most beautiful ways. I met people in ways I never even thought I could meet someone, and not one worked out. And if my core wound's rejection, like, what did that make me want to do?
Yeah.
Retreat.
Yeah.
Right.
Question God's faithfulness.
I mean, like everything.
All the things.
Everything. And then I remembered that sermon, and I heard God's voice. Get back in the boat. I'm not done yet. Get back in the boat. I'm not done yet, because the fish I have for you is so much bigger than you could ever imagine. Get back in the boat. So I think the biggest lesson that I learned was to keep believing, to really tap into his power and his resilience. So what I did is I took a couple week break. I cried. I wrote letters. No send letters.
There you go.
No
Burn
send
letters.
No send. I also wrote a letter to myself, and I wrote a letter to God. And there was something so healing about that.
Yeah.
A couple weeks later, I was ready to get back out there.
Let's go.
Okay. What about, did you follow the guidelines in that process?
Which season are we talking about? Well, so here's the thing. So that was October of 2022.
Okay.
Do you know how many first dates I've been on in the last 3 years?
No, please share.
77.
I don't think I know.
I say that as an
77 men.
encouragement. I say that as an encouragement. Okay, I do. I really do, because the amount of lessons that the Lord has taught me, the amount of refinement has been so beautiful. You guys, I have learned how to stand up for myself, which my little girl didn't know how to do. I learned to walk away from not the right person, which my inner teen did not know how to do that.
Yeah.
Right. I got to watch the Lord fight for me throughout this process, this 60 to 90 days, right? Things were exposed that shocked me. And old Jayme would have committed after 2 weeks, maybe less.
Okay. I get that.
Yeah. And I just was all in right away, right? If you love Jesus, let's get married, right? Without seeing character over time.
Yeah.
And so I got to see this character, and I got to see men that had drug issues, men that had alcohol issues, men that had anger issues, men that struggled with being gay, right? So throughout this process, every date I went on, there was a lesson.
Yeah.
Every date, whether it was for me or for him or for both.
Wow. That's
Right.
good. Yeah.
And, so I had different seasons. Now, did I think I was going to have as many seasons as I've had? Heck no. Heck no.
Right.
But that's why God calls us to be present, right?
Yeah.
He's got the best for us. He doesn't have good. He has the best.
Yeah.
So yes, for my first 9 seasons, I did follow the 60 to 90 days.
Yeah. Wait, there was more guidelines to it too. Remember, like the things that you tell wasn't this part of your story? Like
Yes.
the things that you tell your clients when you coach
Oh, tell me.
about the age, the look, the height,
Yep.
all these things that
This is so good.
all
This
the
is
things
so
that you
good.
told me not to worry about.
Yes. And I'm going to tell every person the same thing, because I did this, I have the relationship I have today.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there is something that I did when I started this journey. It wasn't just asking for setups. It wasn't just going on Hinge, right? And Holy, right? It was so
Holy,
much
is that
more.
an app?
Holy's an app.
Holy's
It's a
an
really
app?
good. I met one of the best guys I've ever dated on Holy.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
daggum, I never heard of it.
Never
Maybe I need to
heard
get
of
on
it.
there.
Guys,
Yeah, maybe
get
we
on
need to get
Holy.
on
It's
there.
great. But I did something brave, and that was I got rid of my type. Okay, now here's the thing. I want you to be attracted to your person, but all I'm saying is be open to who God has for you
Yeah.
because it might be better than who you think is best for you.
Mm-hmm.
So what I did and what I encourage you to do is put weight where weight matters. Focus on characteristics, okay? So remove age, just do it, okay? Remove height, remove weight, remove ethnicity. If you can, remove distance and focus on those character qualities.
That's good.
Truly put weight where weight matters. See what happens. Now, we also have a whole attraction wheel. Like, we're not saying don't be attracted, but remember, there's more ways than just being physically attracted, right?
Yeah.
There's emotional, there's intellectual, there's personality, there's spiritual, right? So when you do this, you guys, that's also why I had all these dates coming in and I had so much fun. I had so much fun. So many people that I would not think that I'd be attracted to, but because their character shined,
Yeah.
I was super attracted to them.
Yeah.
So when you talk about character, saying, ignore those other things, those other factors,
Yeah.
focus on character. What do you mean character? What were you looking for?
Yeah. Good question. First of all, do they have fruit? Like, do they have kindness and gentleness and goodness?
Yeah.
Do they have patience? Right? What is their walk with the Lord really, really like? Something for me that I value that was a non-negotiable is growth. I
Huge.
want someone to grow with
Yeah.
me, right? And I want a strong leader, right? That wants to grow. So I would ask questions. I'd support my non-negotiables.
And then how
Yeah.
long do you think that it should take somebody to kind of have these things be revealed? Because obviously fruit's revealed in time,
Yeah.
but also how do you balance, like for our listeners, you're going on a date with somebody and you're wanting to get to know their character. You might not be as attracted to them, but you're like, I want to know your character.
Yeah.
How long do you think it takes before like true character is revealed?
Yeah.
And you're wanting to give it a shot, but maybe you're not as attracted to them?
There's this, it's not biblical, but I'm telling you, there is magic in 90 days.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
3
There's
months.
just,
3 months.
and I think that maybe if you're super intentional, I think it can come up within 2 months too. But typically that between 2 to 3 months, you guys, you can see it. Now,
Yeah.
here's the thing is it's always a risk, right? No matter what.
Yeah.
No matter what. But I do think that at that point, you have enough information to take the next step.
Yeah, that's true. And you're kind of just going on a date and going, okay, would I want to go on another date with them? Would I want to spend time with them? You don't have to see the finish line with this person.
Please stop being in the future. Be here. Be here. Be present. I was talking to someone earlier today and I was like, what would it look like you don't have to know. You don't have to know if she's your future wife. But what we need to know is that you're all in right now.
Yeah.
What does it look like to be all in and to be fully present, to not be worried about the future, to not be regretful of the past, but to be so present, to truly get to know another believer? What would that look like?
Is that hard for you?
Not anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not in the past, 100%. Oh my gosh, my anxiety. Yes. But I've just seen the Lord work and I'm not perfect.
Yeah.
I'm not perfect, but I actually love being present because there's so many gifts and so many surprises that I'm like, I love this. This is great. We're not going to worry about next week.
Yeah.
But you also, I think, as you get into a relationship, you're kind of holding both.
Yeah.
Right? It's like you're being present, but then you're also preparing for the future. But when those early stages of dating, it's like, what is one thing that I don't know that I need to know?
Yeah. And I think it also, when you can get outside yourself and just show up and say, how can I bless this person?
Yeah.
Because like you said, Sarah and I both have taken your illuminate and eliminate advice since we met. And so it's been so beautiful and freeing to be able to be like, hey, illuminate or eliminate, but I'm going to show up as me and bless this person and God will do the rest. And it does take a lot of the pressure off of, looking so far into the future, because I'm very future focused. So that even in my own life has really helped, but just to be able to be like, hey, I want to bless you. Like, how can I bless this person I'm going on a date with?
Yeah, like actually makes me emotional too, because I really believe that that's what the kingdom dating should look like, right? It's because it's how can I leave this person better off?
Totally.
And it's not just like in a relationship, it's like each date, right?
Yeah.
Because I really, really, really believe the whole reason to date, yes, it's fun, and yes, there's blessings, right? But can I be better for the kingdom with this person than apart, right?
Yeah.
Can we serve better? Do we have purpose alignment?
Yeah.
Are our passions, do they align? Do we share similar values?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. One of my favorite things about you is that you're such a fierce encourager for your friends, and you're not afraid to tell us what we need to hear. Yeah. But you also just see from a vantage point of kingdom, like just kingdom period, whether it's in my cycle classes, you're always encouraging me, with Sarah, you're always encouraging. But then when it comes to her and I, meeting our husbands, and obviously everyone knows Sarah and I are waiting for God's best for our lives, but you've been such a fierce encourager. And I am so blessed, like Sarah was saying, like, and we were talking like, how vulnerable do we want to get? And we're just like, Sarah and I we'd prefer to be more vulnerable, but you've walked through a situation with me where you're like, this guy sounds like he's worth fighting for. And so I would love for you to speak on waiting. And I think that's like a huge topic for at least for Sarah and I, obviously, and then for a lot of our friends. It doesn't matter the age. What does waiting look like in a healthy way? How do you actively wait? Us women, we believe, it says in the Bible, like when a man finds a wife, he finds a good thing in favor with the Lord. Yeah. And so we know that a man will find us, AKA the Lord will bring him. Yeah. But we also can't be, hiding out in our houses all the time. So can you just speak, and it's not like a super direct question, but I've been just so blessed by your ability to say, hey, whether this person is your future husband or not, we've been praying, you've walked through this with me for months, and just you've helped me just be a daughter to the King in a way that I don't think I've ever really been, especially in dating. And so I've just been so blessed, but I would love for you to just kind of speak on, especially the women that are in waiting that want a marriage and are frustrated and feel overlooked.
Yeah. Okay. The first thing is we gotta keep our hope alive. Right. So what does that look like? We got to keep our hope alive, right? Because the enemy would love to come in and destroy that hope. Because what does he do? He kills, destroys, right? He wants to destroy your hope. So how do we keep it alive?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to be a little bold.
Do it.
Hit us with
it. Okay, great. I mean, go big or go home, right?
Right.
It's the Even If podcast. So
come on, girl. Go big.
Okay, so I think I've talked to you both separately about this verse. Do you remember when we talked about hope deferred?
I was just about to say that. Yeah.
So hope deferred, y'all, right? It makes the heart sick, right? We talk about that verse all the time.
Yeah, we do.
Do we ever talk about the second part of that verse? We don't.
Yeah.
Do you guys know what the second part of that verse is?
No.
It's when at last your dreams come true. So I think in waiting, it's so easy because it's painful. You don't see it. It's dark. You're confused. You're Elijah, right? You're like, you're in the darkness. What is happening? I'm alone. Why? Why? Right? Let's set that part aside and let's live in the second part of the verse, right? The second, when, not if, when.
So good.
Yeah. When at last your dreams come true, right? So I think that it's keeping your hope alive, right? Take hold of that verse, right? And then get a promise from God. I'm talking like get on your knees, get in your Bible, ask God, do you want me married? God, do you want me to have a husband? Do you want me to have a spouse? Do you want me to have a partner? Let's do it. He did it for me. He gave me a promise on a hilltop in Laguna after a deep heartbreak. Guy number 55.
I love it.
Cannot.
Yes, guy number 55. Thanks a lot. No, I'm just kidding.
We're
forgiving him. But after that, I needed lots of hope, girls. I needed
Yeah.
lots of hope, and God did not fail.
Mm.
I honestly rarely ever just open my Bible and be like, speak to me. I think I did that when I was an early Christian.
Yeah.
But this time I was like, I have no energy. No, I'm like
Yeah.
bawling. I was like, open it up.
Mm.
And I opened it up to the Psalm called the Wedding Song.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
Yeah. So get your promise.
Yeah.
Get your promise and own your promise.
Yeah, that's good.
Own your promise. And then get with girls.
Yeah.
Yeah, get with your girls. Speak life into each other. Pray for your future husband. Something that I still do, right, is I have 3 prayers a day I pray relentlessly. And every time it gives me courage, every time it gives me hope. The first one, I just do a little customized prayer for my future husband in faith, not if, when.
Yes.
Right.
Come on.
Right. And then the second one, I put together my own, my overall kingdom partner prayer, 3:00 every day, 3:00. Right. And then my sweet friend, Mary Lisa, she had printed out this prayer for your future husband years ago for me.
Wow.
And it's all tattered and there's stains
Aw, I
and
love
it's taped
that. Oh my
together.
gosh, I love that.
Barely alive. Okay.
So
Barely
good.
alive. The amount of things you guys know I spill. Okay. It's like,
There's
you
coffee.
can't even really read it, but I memorized it at this point, and then I read that
Yeah.
before I go to bed.
Mm.
So,
Wow.
get your prayers, get your
That's
girls,
good.
get your verses, get your promise.
Yeah. That's good.
And
That's
then
so
wait
good.
well.
And
That's
wait,
good.
well.
Okay, so what has it been like for you to be single, date 77 men, and you are 40?
I sure am.
You just turned 40
You
this
don't.
year.
You are so hot.
Yeah, you're so
Also,
hot.
you're making 40 be
yeah,
exciting.
40 is fun.
Let's go.
You became a dating coach while you were single.
Yeah. I
Is that
sure
right?
did. Sure did.
So how has that gone from being a single dating coach into entering in a relationship
Yeah.
and being a dating coach, dating somebody?
Yeah.
Can you let us in on that?
Oh my gosh. Okay. So many different things. So one, you guys, I just feel like the Lord always prepares us, right? So a lot of times that we go through a scene in our life just to prepare us for the next scene.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I was a wedding planner. Right. I am a wedding planner.
You
Yeah,
still are.
I was like,
I'm a wedding planner.
I saw
I am,
pictures
I
you
am.
sent the other day.
Yeah,
Okay.
yes, no, I'm a wedding planner. But wedding planning was my full-time job. So I lived and breathed weddings, right? But I went through a broken engagement. So it was very similar, right? Where it's like I'm watching every bride go down the aisle and I have a broken engagement and I'm trying to figure out what to do with my engagement ring. Do you know what I mean? Like it's just heartbreaking, right? Well, it was very similar. It was like God was preparing me to be a dating coach and it not working out for dating.
Yeah.
But here's the thing is he's so faithful and he's so good. And he just would speak to me over and over and over again. Baby girl, I'm illuminating and I'm eliminating. Right? Right? I don't just have good, I've got the best. Yeah, I've got the best.
Like if you didn't go through all that, you wouldn't have the story you have.
Totally.
Yes.
You wouldn't have the
Yes.
experience, the testimony.
Well,
that
even
you
like
have.
your age, like it has been so transformative for me because I'm 35 and we're in the South.
Yeah.
And we just it's something that we desire, and it's harder to find women in our same season of life that are unmarried. It's more rare.
Yeah.
And so you come into my life, and obviously I have Sarah and like a few other women in their 30s. But you come in and you're older than me by 5 years, which is nothing. But just to have somebody to speak life into me that can go, hey, I've been where you are.
Yeah.
Because not a lot of people have been where
Yeah.
Sarah and I are, where we are desiring it in the way that we are. And so your age has been transformative and sanctifying in my own life of like, it doesn't matter. It's a lie that I struggle with on my own of like, I'm old, I'm whatever.
Yeah.
How have you dealt with that of being 40? Have you struggled? Have there been lies in your head? Have you
Yeah.
been like, what's going on? Because
Oh,
it's so
yeah.
clear as
I'm
day.
ready.
Oh,
You're ready. She's popping her knuckles.
Yeah, she's like ready.
Let's go.
But it's so clear as
Yeah.
day. Obviously, as an
Yeah.
outsider, we can look in on your life and be like, we so understand what God's doing.
Yeah.
We are so blessed by your
Mhm.
life and the favor on your life. And again, Sarah and I say this a lot too, of just like, we get singleness advice from our married friends, and it's, I appreciate it. But if you haven't really walked in our shoes, it's hard. It's the same way of like, I can't really describe to my friends what it's like to be a mother. I have no idea what it's like to be a mother. So would you just speak on your age and how you've dealt with that and how you've navigated that?
Yeah. I'm going to say a lot of things.
Please.
Are we okay with
Go.
this?
Please go.
Okay. Also bold. And I'm not trying to offend anyone that is young. Okay. That is not my purpose here. Okay.
No.
But I will say that he does save the best for last. Okay. And you said it's rare to be single. It's because you're rare and you're rare. I'm rare. Okay.
Yeah, you are, baby.
But it's true. Right. You both are so rare and so special that I believe that the Lord has hidden you. And at the right time, he's going to bring the right person and the wise choice to you.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like I can just speak to the last couple seasons, which have been amazing and hard and all in between. Okay. So, yeah, I'm 40, which I never, at this point I thought I would have 4, maybe 5, maybe 6 kids. I don't know. But I love that may not be true, but I have a life that I could never imagine. It is so much better. And not that 6 kids wouldn't be great, right? Don't get me wrong. But I'm so thankful. I think one of the things that has been so amazing about my dating journey is I got to see his protection and I got to trust him. So I know that he has the best. I think 6 kids for someone is their best, right? And he has something curated and custom for me, right?
Yeah.
So throughout the process, it made me stronger. Throughout the process, it made me resilient. Throughout the process, I fell deeper, head over heels in love with Jesus, right?
Yeah.
And knowing that he's my husband. All these guys taking me on dates, it's not them, it's him.
Yeah.
The fireworks, the mini golf, like the comedy shows, like all the fun things that I got to go on, that I it be spoiled by. The Lord was the one spoiling me, right?
So good.
But was my 40th birthday hard? Maybe a little bit, it was. But at the same time, I was able to hold both of like, let's celebrate. And okay, what are you doing, God? Right? So I will say that I had a dear friend, the founder of Heart of Dating. She posted me on her Instagram.
Yes.
Okay. So full circle. She posted me on her Instagram. She did a little matchmaking situation. Okay. So you guys remember in like that first season when we had 15 guys?
That first season.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, now we're like season 9.
Yeah.
And it happened again.
Yeah.
I was going on 2 to 5 dates a day. It was amazing. And everyone was honoring.
A day.
Everyone was honoring. I had a lot of energy, a lot of Celsius. Okay. Got into matcha at that time.
That's hilarious.
And every man that I met was amazing. Like truly, there just wasn't there was some sort of misalignment, right? Whether it didn't matter what it was, but there was something that was able to release them. But it was such a beautiful process. But I will be honest that there was one that we seemed like we had alignment, and I just assumed, what did I do? I wasn't in the present, I was in the future. I assumed because A, B, and C, because we met on this thing, then this would.
Yeah.
Well, that didn't happen.
Yeah.
And let me just tell you, after all those dates, I burnt out. And it was this moment. Have you guys watched The Chosen at all?
Yeah. Love.
Yeah. Chosen's great. So
good.
Whenever I've read the Bible, I always thought of like Jesus like turning over tables. I thought it was like one table.
Little gentle Jesus.
Tosses the table. And then I watched The Chosen and I was like, oh dang.
Yeah.
That's how I felt.
So good. Yeah.
So what I did is I took every disappointment in my dating journey and I flipped a table. Jesus said, do it. Be mad at me. Be mad at me.
That's good.
Be mad at me. And I said, okay, I will. And I released it, and table after table, disappointment after disappointment. And after that release, there was so much healing. There was so much healing. And it's, a little ironic because then I felt the Lord tell me the opposite of what he did in the beginning. And he said, take a break. Let me do it. Take a break. So, Sarah, circling back to your question of,
I was going to bring it back if you didn't hit it.
Yeah. The process of dating, being a dating coach. I believe the Lord allowed these experiences so I could help. So I could be an encourager. So I can have all these experiences to help and show men and women the next right step, right? Learn from me. Let me show you. Let me tell you what worked. Let me tell you what didn't work, right? But what has just been so beautiful is I got to meet someone in real life.
This is after the Lord told you, stop,
do nothing.
Let me take it, right?
He said, do nothing. And I said, nothing?
Yeah.
I'm a Enneagram 2, but I'm also a wing 3. So I'm like, nothing.
Right.
And he said nothing. And I said, okay, and I had friends pour into me. I did all those things in the waiting season that I am encouraging you guys to do and everyone to do, right? I did it. And it was just very sweet that I did life. And then life brought him to me.
Let's go.
So
good. And that's not everyone's story, but I'm thankful that is my story so far.
Yeah.
So he took me on my first 78th date.
He's
78.
He's 78. Do we know what
78.
that number stands for? Have we looked
Well, I
up
like
that?
rhyming, so he's my 78th date.
Love.
78 sounds great.
I'm trying to think, is it? Yeah, I can't.
Yeah.
Something about it being the one. Wow. I didn't realize he was number 78.
Yeah. And, I think what's so beautiful is I did exactly what I said before is I took away all the things because him and I would have never met on a dating app ever.
Tell more about that. Go on.
Yeah. I think it's beautiful. We're the same height.
Yeah.
I think that's adorable, right? I think it's sweet. I love it, actually. I don't even think about it.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you guys know this, but there's a little bit of an age gap.
Yeah. Hey, but
we've heard
that was one of the things, right?
Yeah.
Age.
Yeah.
Height.
Yes.
Taking all that away.
And putting weight where weight matters. And him and I, we were doing life, we were doing community, we were serving, we were gathering people, we were doing worship nights, discipleship nights, we were having fun, gathering people to go to country swing. And it was beautiful. It was beautiful to be friends with someone. Yeah. Yeah. So I have a God number, right? You all have lucky numbers, but I have a God number. Okay.
Yeah.
So God's so cute. My God number is 14.
No, it's not. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wait, why are you saying that?
I jumped the gun. Keep going.
Yeah. So God has used 14, the number 14, to rescue me over and over and over again. Always 14, always 14, always 14. One of the guys I had dated, I think he was 60, 65, something like that. He was quite a bit younger and I was like, never again. But God said, no, we're going to stick to it. Right. So I'm going to put weight where weight matters. And I did. And the man that I'm dating today has every character quality, my top 5 non-negotiables through and through. And he's 14 years younger. Yeah.
Let's go.
I did not realize that that's your God number.
It's my God
It's
number.
the same
Is that why you
number.
said that? You were already thinking of that?
because I was like, oh, I knew you guys are 14 years apart.
Yeah. It's my
But
God number.
God is.
You know what's so
That is
cool? I was
so
listening to
cool.
a podcast the other day. I was talking about prophecy and just when the Lord gives you a word and you're not really sure what that's for.
Yeah.
And being able to see it come. And sometimes we think it's one thing, but it might be something different.
Yes. Totally.
I think we
And-
listen to the same thing.
Oh, really? Did you send it to me? You might have. You probably did. Anyways, so it's you have no idea what 14 was for.
I had no idea.
And I think it's fun. And my phrase for this year is I'm on a hunt for delight. And so I'm constantly hunting, searching. looking for ways that the Lord might be speaking to me, looking for delight in things. And so for me, like with numbers like that, I feel like the Lord speaks to me in numbers, and my God number is 22. And so I can do that. Like in 2022, I was like, this is my year. 2022, I'm going to meet him. And it wasn't. And then it's like, then something else happens on the 22nd, or I date a guy and his birthday is the 22nd. And I'm like, this is it. It's got to be it. Because I'm hunting for that, right? I'm like seeing
you're tracking
how
evidence.
Is God. I'm looking for evidence. And we have no idea how it's going to play out. But like, how crazy is that? If it's like the Lord gave you 14 to give you this piece of, hey, you're going to date a guy who has a 14-year age gap, and you're going to be like, that checks out. Like, it's almost just this like,
Jeez,
that makes sense.
And you know what is like so beautiful too is because there was an age gap, my counselor, she's the one who gave me this like beautiful insight. I showed up as myself. I was my full self. And you know, the one thing that he says, this favorite thing about me, is my personality. And I think that it's so hard when we go into dating because we put so much pressure to be A, B, C, and D, and we don't show up as ourselves.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But what was so beautiful is like he got to see the real me, I got to see the real him, and we got to like each other for the
That's
real
so good.
people that God created us to be.
Yeah. And how cool that you were already doing community together. You were doing what the Lord had called you to do, serving, going to events, doing these things. And then all of a sudden, I mean, I remember when you told me about him, you were like, I like my friend. Like,
I did. I really did do that.
I think we like each other.
I was like, I think we do.
And Sarah and I talk about this too, friendship on fire we got from you, because you would talk about like your guys' friendship, and then once you turned into the romantic side, it just felt that like this is that's what everyone wants, you know, is this friendship on fire. Wow. There we go.
That's a tongue twister.
That's a tongue twister. I'm always in friendship
fire.
on fire, because it's like somebody that you're going to do daily life with, day in and day out, and do really hard things with, and do really beautiful things with. And so we love when you've shared that with us of just friendship on fire. It's what we pray to have too.
Yeah. It's so beautiful.
It's so beautiful.
Yeah.
You're so wise. I learned so much from you.
I
I feel like you're just
know.
like a well. Every time I'm with you, I just want more and more. And I feel like you're so, what I love about you too, Jay, is like you're so confident when you speak. And I just feel like you're unapologetically you.
So
I mean, you know who you are.
So real.
And I think part of that is probably just these years I know it is, these years you've just spent wrestling with the Lord, asking him the hard questions, flipping tables, being mad, and then listening and saying, okay, I believe. Okay, when God, when it's happening, and like standing firm in that. And then I feel like every time I talk to you, you just have this confidence. And if I have a question, I know I'm so excited to talk to you about it. So I'm like, I just want Jayme's advice. Or I feel like Kenzie and I will talk about that. We're like, we gotta ask Jayme what she thinks about this. Literally right before we went live on this podcast, I was like, can I ask you a question? Is this a red flag or a yellow flag if a guy is saying something a little sexual?
No,
I went there.
I love it. No, you really are our go-to, because again, you just have this, you are able to look at it from a kingdom viewpoint. And like, that's what we desire, you know? And I like, even on this podcast, you're encouraging us and saying that we're hidden. I'm like, and that's hitting me, because I'm like, yeah, I'm going to choose to believe that. And I think one of my favorite things about you is just like Sarah's is, I'm on a hunt for delight, and mine is expecting a miracle with uncommon hope. That's my saying for the year. And we're getting towards the end of the year, and my miracle hasn't happened yet. And yet. See, and I love that you're just so quick to be like, no, it's not if, it's when.
Yeah.
It hasn't happened yet. Yeah. And for someone that has struggled with feeling hopeful, you have carried me through those times. And so talking with you, and you have every reason not to be hopeful. Like, you have every reason to be like, well, I'm 40 and not married yet. And I just think this speaks to women, well, guys too, but just specifically women that are feeling discouraged. It's like, here's a beautiful example of a woman that took what she was going through and moved in the exact opposite spirit of where the enemy was trying to pull her down. And you just like completely, you made like you and the Lord partnered together to make this like beautiful story that's impacting obviously us, but then also women, because you have every reason not to be hopeful and joyful, you know? And I think a lot of women would not be able to do what you've done, given what you've been through. And so just the way that you have helped us, you know, be on a hunt for delight, and also seek hope, and encouraged us in our singleness in a way that very few people have. It's just like, if you're listening, get around women that have this bold faith for you, because you've changed it for Sarah and I, and Madison too. And we all had like a group text thread, and it pops off multiple times throughout the day. Thank goodness, because I don't know what I would do without it. But it truly is just incredible to see. And like, there's no one like you. There's a few people in my life I've said you're 1 in a million too, and you are definitely 1 in a million.
Thank you.
It's just true. It's just so true.
I love you both so much.
I love you so much. I feel like, I could. Sorry, you were going to say something. Go. No? I was just going to say, I feel like we could literally do this for another 3 hours.
I do too.
Because there's so much.
Want to have a sleepover?
We actually do. We should be
Yes.
love sleepovers.
Yes.
I do have a question though for the girls that are listening, that I think of a couple friends of mine that are just so solid and beautiful and have everything that honestly any smart guy would want.
Yeah.
And they're feeling overlooked, and they're not sure how to balance like putting themselves in the right situations. And they don't really know what winning well looks like. Yeah. Because they're just getting pretty defeated by not getting asked out or meeting people. And having kind of the mindset of like feels like there's no one left, or we're in a Nashville, we're in a town full of a lot of amazing women, so the ratio feels not equal. So if someone were to come to you today and say, I feel really hopeless about dating regardless of their age, what would you tell them?
I would tell them, live in the yet. Live in the yet.
So good.
Live in the yet, right? Like, live in that, not like actually live in it, not just even be in it, not even just believe it, but like live it. Like show God, I believe you. I believe it's coming. I believe I'm going to live in the yet, because I do believe that, again, I might get in trouble for saying this, but I believe, my conviction is that God wants you married. My conviction that I believe that the Lord wants me to impart on every single person that tells me that they want to get married, the Lord wants you married. I really deeply, deeply, deeply believe if you are willing, you are open, you are surrendered, He's going to do it, right? He's going to do it.
Yeah,
He will. So what does that look like? What does that look like to live in the yet, right? I think it's a posture. So like, how do you partner with the Lord? You got to get a plan from Him, right? For me, it was dating multiple people. Some people can't do that. Some people are not called to do that. Some people that say that sounds exhausting. I'm an extrovert. It wasn't that. No, I'm just kidding.
You were extra.
Yeah. No. But truly, like, God gave me my plan.
Yeah.
God gave me my plan. What's your plan?
Yeah.
What's your plan?
Yeah.
Right. That's why I love being a dating coach, because I want to know your weaknesses, your strengths, your attachment style, your history, your hurts, your habits, your hangups. Right. And then also, not only that, it changes. It changes from season to season. He's always doing something new. What he did yesterday is not necessarily what He's doing today. So we got to be listening. Right. Yeah. So how do we live in the yet? God, how do we partner with you? Right. Heart of Dating talks about it. Jamal Miller talks about it with the One University. I feel like JP talks about it. It's like, if you are, Henry Cloud definitely talks about it. If you are out of a job and you desperately need a job, right? What are you going to do? You're not going to just sit home, right? Like, you're going to apply to jobs. And, Sarah, do you remember our first conversation? It was our first conversation, and it was, the word is my trigger word, but here's the thing. Desperate. Remember we talked about that?
Yeah.
And, I hear so many times
exactly what you said about being desperate.
Gosh, it's like, girls are so desperate.
Yeah.
And it's like, and then it triggers all the girls, because it feels like, but I want this dream, but I'm being desperate. And it's like, no. We're desperate for the Lord to answer our prayers, what we're desperate for.
Yeah.
So you live,
I love that.
you live in that prayer.
Yeah.
You live in that prayer, and you live trusting that you know that your yet is coming.
Yeah. I love that. I remember
so
you were
good.
like, I'm not desperate for any man. It's not that I just need any man. I'm not desperate for that, but I'm desperate for what the Lord has called me to. I was like, let's go. Because I don't think we want to live in that desperate mentality, or like, because then that becomes scarcity, and that becomes just anything, right? And so being desperate for what the Lord has, but also with that, what I hear you saying is like being confident in who you are, knowing who you are, knowing what you want, knowing your non-negotiables, living in that not yet, right? Yeah. Which I want to ask you while we wrap. as you think of that, living in the, was that what you said? Not yet.
Yeah. Living in
In the yet.
What was
yeah.
it? Living in the yet.
Yeah.
Yet.
Living in the yet.
The more I say yet,
Yeah.
it sounds like a weird word. Yet. Is yet
Yeah,
a word.
yeah. Live in the yet.
Live in the yet. How do you tie that in with the even if mindset,
Yeah.
where even if is, you know, the story of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in the
Yeah.
fiery furnace, and
Yeah.
we will not worship any other God.
Yeah.
But
Are
even
you,
if,
are you ready for this?
yeah, I'm ready.
I think it's the timing that you surrender.
Mm.
Like, even this doesn't
That's so
happen
good.
today, I'm okay.
Yeah.
Even if it doesn't happen this season,
I agree with that.
I'm okay.
Mm-hmm.
So good.
Even if it doesn't happen next week, I'm okay. Because here's the truth is, you guys could, I could, any woman listening, you could be married.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
True.
Pick anyone you want. Go on Tinder. Have a good time.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But truly, you could settle anytime, anywhere, any day.
Yeah.
There's so many people out here. The reason you're not married is because you don't want to settle, because there is a dream deep inside of you that knows
Yes.
that you want something more,
Yeah.
right? You want a kingdom partner.
Yep.
There's a spirit that will not allow you to settle,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
There's a dream too big to allow you to settle.
Yeah.
Amen.
So what you're doing is you're just waiting for God's best.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's good.
That's a
That's good.
perfect answer.
Okay, Jayme, with all of your story, the way that the God has used you in so many ways. I mean, thank you, Jesus, for Jayme.
Literally.
What are you doing with this?
Also, thank you to our future husbands are going to need to because you've got us there.
Aw.
One day.
What are you doing with the story that God has given you? Is there anything exciting you could maybe share?
Yes. So y'all, I'm writing a book.
Yeah,
you are.
Yes.
And you guys, the book is almost done. It's
Are you
almost
serious?
done. Yeah, it's
Ugh.
almost done. It has been a beautiful work in progress, right? Through my disappointments, I had to set it aside and I had to cry and I had to be like, that's not the ending I thought. And then I was like, okay, get back out there, start writing again. And then I was like, that's not the ending I want.
Yeah.
So it's been a beautiful process, but it is almost done. It is
What's it
almost
called?
done. Oh, are you ready for it? It's called The Christian Bachelorette.
It's so good. I just remember the first time you told me that, I was like, oh, I think I said something about it before you even told me. I was like, Jayme, you're like the Bachelorette. And you're like, yeah, but like Christian. That's my book. It's called The Christian Bachelorette. I was like, this makes sense. Like, this is your
So
calling. This
good.
is your purpose.
Yeah.
And I love that too, that you even said that. Like, maybe yours, like for our listeners out there, maybe yours isn't to go on dates with 15 guys in a month. Maybe it's not like your story is not Jayme's story, and don't try to do Jayme's story because we want to be Jayme, although we're trying.
Yeah, we're trying real hard. We're trying.
I'm just kidding. But I think it's like everybody has our own story. And what I love about your story and all of ours, it's like you did what the Lord called you to. And you said, no, I'm not doing this. Henry Cloud is like saying, do this. And you're like, no. And then the Lord's like, do it. And you're like, okay,
no to
fine.
Henry
You know
Cloud.
what I mean? And it's like, your story is your story because you let the Lord lead you in that. And I am so encouraged by that. And I want to encourage our listeners, like your story is going to be whatever it is, but we have to listen to what the Lord is calling and how the Lord is directing us in that. And he has called you to be the Christian Bachelorette.
Yeah.
Which is so beautiful. And like, as you talk about your seasons of life, I can only imagine that's going to be like chapters of the book. You know what I mean? And just to see all of it come together and encourage us and so many people is just incredible. And it makes sense. It's like, I don't think we get to always see everything on the side of heaven, but when we get to see some of our confusion with God's glory and like get to see like, why this doesn't make sense. I don't understand how this happened or why this happened. And the Lord's like, honey, chill out. I got a plan.
Yeah, literally.
Just this
chill.
book is being written. That's like, wow, that makes sense.
I'm so excited.
Do we have a release date?
We're hoping for Valentine's Day.
Oh shoot!
I just got chills.
Let's go, baby.
Are you
We're hoping-
serious?
We're hoping.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, right?
Yeah, that would be just
Oh,
beyond perfect.
my goodness.
So
Yeah.
proud of you. That's amazing.
Thank you. It's
So proud.
to bring hope, healing, and a little bit of humor.
Oh, I literally cannot wait.
It's gonna be so good.
So fun. Okay. How can our listeners reach you, connect with you?
Yeah. So Instagram's the best. It's just my first, my last name, Jayme Vainer, with a little Y in there. Jay and then me, and you smash it together.
Jay and the me.
Smash so cute.
Jayme. We'll put it in the show notes, you guys.
Yeah. And then you guys, I have to share, I didn't do this. God did this, right? Like I did not do this. I actually now have 4 clients where I was their dating coach. I coach them into getting a date, getting into a relationship, and then into engagement. And then I plan their wedding.
No way!
That's incredible.
Yes,
Seeing them
yes.
through from start to finish.
Yes, yes. So if anyone has any planning needs, I also I call myself a wedding concierge because
She does it all, you guys.
She
She's
literally
incredible.
does it all.
With a smile on her face and a bow in her hair.
Yeah, literally.
I do love my bow. I'm not wearing that today. But I think what's so beautiful is I finally found a model where it's like if you have 15,000 or if you have $1 million, I can help you, right? In some sort of capacity.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right.
So good.
So cool.
Okay, we'll have
you.
all of her info in our show notes. But Jayme, thank you for being here. Thank you for being on our show.
Yeah, thank you. We love
Thank you for being our friend.
Thanks for being our
Thank you guys.
friends.
It's honestly such an honor, and God's timing is just so perfect.
Truly so perfect.
So perfect.
All right. Well, we'll wrap. Remember, wait, how do we do it?
Every single time.
It's because we always just like realize, oh my gosh, we have to wrap.
Yeah, we have to
And
stop.
then we just stutter. Okay, you go.
Okay. And remember.
I can't. Let's put Jayme in it. Jayme, you can
Okay.
you be a part of it.
Okay,
great.
you say, and remember, and I'll say, you go, he is still. Oh, it's, see, I can't even get it. This
Watch
is why
us, Jayme will hit
This
it.
is
You
why
start
we
and
don't
Jayme
have
will
a
just know. You
retainer
start.
with Zach.
Okay. No, you start and then
Oh,
Jayme
me.
ends.
Okay.
Yeah, Kenzie.
And remember,
Even if
he is still good. Oh, we didn't tell her. You have to say he is still good. Okay, ready? You say he is still good. And remember,
even if